are you sitting down? Well, I am, and I feel pretty good about it. I like sitting down. I would rather be standing up, but sitting is good too. So anyway, I I was at a meeting. For all this not going to meetings thing, I am still going to a lot of meetings. It's like I just can't get away. But I must get something out of it. But anyway, um, tonight was the first, I don't know, obligatory meeting that I kind of have to go to because the previous secretary found it, well, too difficult to continue to do it. So he chose another option. I don't know how well it's working out for him. He might, well, anyway, so I'm filling in until somebody else shows up, so, and no one seems to be volunteering themselves. So I don't know if it's an unlucky meeting or not, but I don't know. It's not. So anyway, it was a good time. I got to tell my story from my perspective of it today. It's the same story. I just keep changing and learning different things about it. Tonight was about, what is it? Should not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. That whole thing. Here is all. And yeah, and I guess my takeaway for it today was about, aside from the obvious, which is about how nothing is a waste if I'm got something to learn from it. And there's something to learn from everything. If I am a person willing to learn from it, nothing happens that there's something there. So anyway, it is uncomfortable. It may be unfortunate, from my perspective, because I don't get everything that I want. But maybe everything that I want isn't for me. How am I supposed to know what? I don't. That's the thing. I am not that clever, and I am not that wise, and I'm not that smart. Hell no. And geez, if I was, I wouldn't be here. Well, I wouldn't be a lot of things. Anyway, so it's more about understanding the past, forgiving myself the past, and remembering the past. And I can talk, we're talking, from as far back as I can remember to now. So I'm not talking just decades ago or just from childhood. I'm talking yesterday or an hour ago. That past too. Or just when I just walked in from outside and passed a couple of the other tenants, and well, they pay rent. They live in the apartments, so it's like I guess they also have similar struggles, because they deal with them differently. And they were just outside, having their own meeting, and which is good. It's good, I was at it, So I don't know. I just passed on by and just made pleasantries, and it's like, if you guys wanted to interact with me, I was just at you could. So I don't know why they do things the way they do them, but they do, and if they're doing it okay, great. I'm not going to say anything different. I don't. I try not to, except for right now when I am. But oh well. This is my time. This is my life. And for what good it is, or what good it does, here I am talking to myself in this small, crappy bedroom, in this small, crappy apartment, in this, well, it's not that bad of a town. And everything is not as bad as what I make it out to be. I can make it out to be really bad. Or it could be a very quaint and humble little apartment, or it's not even little. It's got 4 rooms, and it's not, it's enough room for me. I don't need any more. More room would be a waste. I wouldn't use it. I barely use the room I have here. I've got a bedroom that I don't sleep in, so it's like I'm using it to record in because it's a quiet room, except for the traffic outside, which for whatever reason, I haven't had to deal with any sirens yet. I must be choosing a good time or something, or there just aren't emergencies when I choose to record. Well, we'll see how long that lasts now that I've said it. But anyway, so there was more people there tonight than I expected. Instead of like a regular 4 or 5, it's like 7, 8. So, and other things are happening too, and it's like I don't understand. I don't think I'm meant to understand. They are what they are, and it's like I could choose to be, more feeling of whatever I would default to feeling, but I don't have the framework to even choose what to feel. It's like, well, I kind of knew this already, and I was already, and it's like, it is. How is it? Oh yeah, it's a gamble. It is a venture to choose to be known, to choose. It's a risk for me. It feels like a risk to let myself get known, to put myself out there and be exposed, be vulnerable, share more detailed, intimate type thoughts, the way I sometimes don't or refrain from just because they're unpopular, which I'm working on here. So it's like this is less censored. This is more raw footage, so I'm not really, I might be somewhat subconsciously, not talking about some things because I don't want, well, I don't even know how the policy, rules, and guidelines, I guess I could look at it. I guess I could read it, it's always there. But, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm okay. I ventured and I won. I keep winning. Every day that I choose to continue to live, that's winning. So, life goes on. So, yeah. And it's not a competition, and it's not about who has the most anything or anything that can be measured. Like right now, right this instant, this is me being successful. This is as good as, this is quality, good time for me. You don't know how bad it was. You just don't know. And the thing for me is I can forget how bad it was. And it could be again, too. So I can't afford to feel sorry for myself. I can't afford to fall into a trap of self-pity or sadness. I can, but I choose not to, because it doesn't end well. It's like I can see that. I don't have to live it to find out. That is a guarantee. So, I learn. I have the ability to learn things today, things that I used to not be able to. I don't know. Maybe it's something about my experience. Something happened. I don't know. It feels like it shouldn't be that. Why don't more people have this experience? Why don't more people talk like this? I don't hear it. I don't hear it so much. So, I don't understand why it feels like I'm having a different experience. And maybe it's being autistic. Maybe that's the thing about it, because I've been autistic my entire life. I just didn't know it, and I haven't been living even as a sober autistic person until 2018, and I've only really been integrating it into my personality complex at the beginning of this year, or 2020. So it's only been really a year of my entire life where I've actually been consciously autistic and accepting it and working on it and allowing myself to roll with it, to run with it, to just own it and be okay. And what other people think, if people appreciate me for me, great. But if they're just being polite or, feel sorry for me, then they're not doing me any favors. So, distancing, letting go, it's better off in the end, for me and for them to, separate, go different directions, and I do it to other people, against their, it's like they don't, but, I'm making the decision. It's like I recognize, and it's like, this is not what I want. So, and they might get hurt feelings, they might not understand, and I'm not going to explain either. I will explain as much as I feel comfortable, but I don't like confrontation. So I am this, I am how I am, and I can't expect everybody to understand. I prefer my own company a lot of times more than being in the company of other people. And if I try to explain things about how I feel to other people, they will try to convince me that I'm wrong. Convince me that no, you should want to be, and it's like, I don't know, but I'm working on things. If they end up going anywhere, who knows? But I just know a lot of people around me here in this place, they're very temporary people. They could like check out tomorrow. They relapse or go back to their lives or, their family or whatever. It's like I take me everywhere I go. Wherever I go, there I am. And it's like, I am glad for that nowadays. I get to take me with me. And it's like, I can like write and I can record video, take pictures. I am like creating like a living documentary of, I'm just entertaining myself really. This is like making my own stuff that I can watch. And it's like, and if I share it, the stuff that I've shared, people seem to like. But they just like to appreciate it at a distance, like being part of the audience. And, and that's fine, and so it's like, I don't even know what I would do. It's like if I ever have a subscriber, well, I think there's one subscriber, but I think that's me on some other platform that I've forgotten about since 2007. Probably some other computer is still registered as a subscriber to this account or whatever. But if that little subscriber notification, because I can subscribe to myself on this platform or the other platform or another platform, but if that's and I'm not on purpose, but if that subscriber little thing ticks over to 2, I'm not going to know what to do, because then all of a sudden it's like, wait, there's somebody else could be watching this, and I might just have to shut down, because then it's like I don't know what's going on. It's like all of a sudden there's somebody else watching. Potentially they might not even watch, they might just click the subscribe button and never even look at anything because there's this weird person that's talking about weird stuff, and it probably feels a little bit personal, and maybe you shouldn't be watching. Maybe this is a private thing. So, but feel free to leave a comment, and please don't, please do not leave a comment. Ever. No. So, anyway, this is just me talking to myself, and for what good it does. I enjoy it. It's hilarious to me to watch on playback. Um, and so it's about, tonight, about the whole regret thing. Nothing's there to regret. There's maybe missing understanding and perception and interpretation and thoughts and feelings. But there's no regrets. There's just lack of understanding, and there's no blame. It's just how it is. It's okay. And it's not about not caring. It's just not understanding, and I have difficulty with that. And then also with the thing with the boundaries, and stuff like that. So, and then about forgiveness and stuff too. I have to forgive myself, my own self. All the things that I don't know, and if I knew them, well, would I still be making the same decisions? I don't know. But, so, I don't know. It's gone on long enough, I think. So, as usual, yeah, I'm okay. I have a hard time letting myself, because, like I say, I can't afford to hardly not be okay for very long. And if I am not okay for very long, then I will find a way to be okay. It just takes me, I have to talk myself out of it, talk myself through it, write myself out of it. Because I can write myself into it too. I can write myself out. It's like a power or something. I can just. So, anyway, for what it's worth. That's going to be the thumbnail. So, just, yeah. Or not the thumbnail, but the thing that ends it, right before the video just all of a sudden just shuts